Hey guys, this is Song Productions, aka number 4673, and I'm back in Days of the Divine. Did you miss me? I did. That sounds weird. I can't really miss me when I'm me all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. By the way, it is my lucky number. I'm done now. Is the music too loud? I can never tell. Okay, let's just get on with this. Sorry for not being very active in this period of time. When I get over, well, I can't promise anything, but I promise that when summer vacation is here, I will be uploading tons of videos. It's just a bit of busy time in the school and stuff. Yeah, alright, let's just, Go, please. I heard only gods could seal him like this, so are you really? Without a word, Maro leaves, and eventually I do the same. Lying on my bed, I turn around on my stomach and pick up the blade from the floor. Unsheathing it, it glows dimly at me once more. It's such a beautiful sword. I wonder if Senrei enchanted it once. Why did he make such a sword when he has one of his own? Maybe he used two of them. The sword glows comfortably. If only he changed back. I blink and sit up in surprise at my own thoughts. The story about Senrei must still be bothering me. Sneaking out of my room, I head off to visit the sealed god. Yay! Back again. This is a lot earlier than the other days. Did something happen? As usual, Senrei didn't seem to be doing much. Yet, he doesn't complain like he usually does. Nothing really happened, Then what? You were ordered to keep an eye out of me? Last time, I'm your follower, I promise. Alright. Why are you so untrusting of me? Look around. I'm not exactly well liked by people, including yourself. Why would I trust a curious maiden so easily? For example, what if another god wanted to know whether I've changed my mind or not? Asking a human to spy would be easy. Changed your mind? I told you, they locked me up here because I was against their system. They want to remain something, and I have people abide by their needs. As long as you humans are ready to pray, they care not about you. I have heard about other gods demanding offers, and the god on the hill as well, but so you don't want offers or powers. What for? So I might compete with the other sad beings? If we can live together without someone having absurd powers, then I don't need those things. You work for your own bread. Why shouldn't I? I clench my fists, trying to restrain myself. How dare you speak like that, while harming everyone in the village with your mist? An uncaring god would at least leave us alone. What's wrong? I open my mouth to speak, but end up remaining silent. I'm still missing something, aren't I? What am I missing? Be you? I look at him with surprise. What? That's your name, wasn't it? I nod. Why are you looking so tense? Because I don't understand you. Well, I don't understand you either, so... Hey, Senrei. What? Let's try being friends. What? Let's try being friends, because friends understand each other. This time, he seems to be having a hard time choosing his words. His gaze rests on my sword once more. Is something wrong? Why do you carry that sword? My grandpa gave it to me. Could you hand me the blade for a moment? Giving him the blade, Senrei takes it with a bit of hesitation. As if he's afraid to hold it. After a while, he finally unsheathes the sword. The good as new looking blade shines in the dim light of the room. Oddly enough, the glow seems to be gone. He hands the blade back to me without a word. Senrei? It's spotless. I smile with pride. I hate it. Eh? He just stays silent, but I'm starting to connect things. The sword, the appreciation ritual, his friend. Hey, can you teach me how to fight? Teach me what you taught him, and I'll see what I can do. Why? What use do you have it? I can't explain it well, but please show me. He looks at me furtively before making his decision. Well, fine. I'll teach you some things. Senrai draws the sword, handing me a sheath back, and places his feet far apart from each other. He's keeping a somewhat straight but ready position. Footing is important in a fight. Place your feet like this and never let them get too close to each other, or you'll lose balance. Sliding his feet as he moves, his heels never leave the ground, as his feet remain apart from one another. Make sure your heels stay on the ground for even better stability. Now for attacking. Senrai went through the basic moves he could recall while I listened quietly. I remember now. The moves Grandpa used in fight against the monsters. My own movements in today's ritual. They're the same. There was one other person. My mother didn't just chime the bell. Every move Senrai makes, I know by heart, but the last time I'd seen someone perform them so flawlessly was years ago by my mother. I vaguely remember her holding the sword this one time. Grandpa tried to push her into carrying it with her too, but she and Dad always refused. Then that day came when she went into the forest without any means to defend herself, and she never came back. Grandpa, you weren't the one who told me the still stories of Senrai. Stories of the old Senrai, because Mother and Father had always done that. They loved the stories we inherited from our ancestors. Sorry. Telling me about wonderful times where God lived among people and never punished anyone. The kind God who created monsters from all crops so they would protect the forest as we picked up herbs and gathered food without worry. Someday he would return, and then this place would be just as beautiful as it once was. I pushed those stories away because they spoke fondly of their murderer. But actually, I always kept dreaming, didn't I? Just like my parents. The white prayer quietly floats by, yet I feel as though it only confirms my thoughts. Our ancestors passed down this dance, so everyone knew how to fight and how Senrai would fight. I watched Senrai as he keeps explaining. Mother and Father couldn't end the dream. Does that mean it's my responsibility to put an end to this? I'm sorry. I pick up the sheath from the floor, but drop it again. My hands are shivering too badly. Hey, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Wiping my eyes, I managed to pick it up this time. Sorry, I have to go. I walk away with the sheath in my hands. Bea, your blade! I stop. Hesitantly, I turn and start walking back to Senrai. It's up to me to wake us up. We've dreamt for too long. I can take him off the guard here, but then he hands me the sword back. The screen closes, but I can see his silhouette from inside. He's close. I lift the blade, pointing at his back. Stop. Staring at my sword. I don't understand it. My hands. The sword is still glowing with a faint red light. Please don't. I stand shocked at the blade. What's going on? These words aren't mine. Say, Bea. Snapping me back to attention, I look up for my sword. I hesitated for too long. My chance is gone. I put away the sword and move forward. Let's be friends. Why? Because then I can understand you too, and maybe I can help you. Oh, he's so cute! Oh my gosh! Don't kill him! I just knew Senrai would be this amazing. Ah! I haven't helped anyone in a long time, and I just thought having a friend again would be nice. Don't harm him, please. Fine, I don't know whose voice you are, but I'll want the truth in return. I won't walk away like this, like everyone else is doing. Senrai, please tell me, why did your friend betray you? Look, that's none of your business. It's my business. Why? Your friend is my ancestor. That's why I have this blade. Why would someone who betrayed you build a shrine in your name? Tell me. Fine. Do you know what happened? He opens up the screen with a strong pull. We fought the god terrorizing his village. We fought long and hard, but in the end we were victorious. The cowardly god tried to beg for mercy so he could escape and return another time. I killed him, of course, but afterwards my friend asked me if we shouldn't have spared him. He who was willing to end his life to stop this tyranny. When I suggested to him my plans, even when I close by, God was weak and they subtly tried to stop me. Perhaps they were afraid. Perhaps after finding peace again, my friend and the others were afraid to lose it. But they sold me out, didn't they? I can feel my sword from here, not so close by. From here, so close by. If someone would give it to me, I could free myself, but no one did. For years, for centuries, everyone's ignored me and hid from outside the world, keeping my sword just out of reach. The prayers had changed that day too. Everyone that I considered a friend showed their true colors, except for one. My friend found me and visited, but then when he saw me, he turned around and abandoned me as well. I didn't bother listening to prayers since then. The blade, shit, no, I don't care. The blade you carry, before it was sealed, I had adjusted it to my former friend, so my former friend could fight gods with it. Gods terrorized people. The sword can cleave even the best armor, but will never wear. If I were to die, another god would likely come and visit them, but this would be enough to defeat them. I made him swear to use it if a horrible god ever made people suffer again, but in the end he didn't use it. That's the final proof of his betrayal of me. How do you know for sure? He takes the sword from me. As the enchantment is my doing, it carries some of my powers, for example. Faster than I can follow, he slashes one of the black lights surrounding him. At the place the sword was hit, a deep black has formed. It draws a little from whatever it hit. If blood was drawn with this sword, it would be stained forever in crimson on that spot. But he betrayed me, just like everyone else. The sword was spotless. You can take this accursed sword back. It's yours now, whether you want it or not. I take back his friend's sword and take a good look at it. Why didn't you use it? At the very least, you could have killed Sunray with it. All the mist would have stopped. He's the only one torturing us now. You, Mother. Everyone. You won't let him live. The white prayer still lingers around me, floating delicately through the air. Hope, is that it? Can I still forgive him after all he's done? And obviously, I will say I will try to bring him back. He has done some horrible things, but from the way he acts, from the way he talks, does he realize himself why we're keeping him locked up? What's he doing to us? Many people before me must have hoped for his recovery, but they were too scared too angry at him, weren't they? I will tell him the truth. All I can hope for is that he can accept it. Sunray. What? I know what went wrong between you and the others, because I've met a joyful god who was once... Oh shit. You seem to have a long history with the other gods.